What's up, everybody? Welcome to the iProv vlog. I'm Jordan Smith, VP of Sales and Marketing with iProv. As always, I'm joined by my great co-host, Patrick Laughlin. What's up, Pat? How are you?
What's up, Joe? How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Motivation topic continues. I'm excited about this. This is one that we've touched on a little bit before in a previous blog. We'll make sure and have that link down below. But talking about Keystone habits and how important they are to your organization and how to develop those things, something we talk about all the time.
Yeah, we talk in another vlog about sort of the motivation myth, and I would say that while motivation and motivating team members is important, developing habits is even more important, because those habits are what lead to those actions that eventually lead to motivation. And in truth, if you're a leader that's focused on building good habits for your team, those Keystone habits, it doesn't require much cheerleading. It doesn't require much sort of extrinsic motivation. The motivation's baked in because the habits are formed. And it all really starts with what Charles Duhigg called the Keystone habits. They're the ones that sort of start a chain reaction of other good habits. And so I would tell leaders out there, if you really want to spend less time being a cheerleader and more time figuring out new ways to grow your business, focus on building those Keystone habits with your team.
Yeah. One of the things to always remember, we talk about, and in a lot of these, the theme is being intentional, but also being okay with failure. So a lot of the times, success doesn't depend on getting every single thing right whenever you're looking to try to develop these Keystone habits, right, Pat?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really and truthfully, you're not going to get everything right, and sort of focusing on perfection is a big waste of time. But figure out what those key priorities are, and then figure out how you can turn those into really powerful levers. I mean, that's what those Keystone habits are. They start a process that over time transforms everything. And if the goal is to get back more of your time to do the really important work, spend some of that important time developing those levers.
And sometimes that includes, being really introspective from an organizational standpoint to figure out if you've even got the right individuals. It goes back to one of those things to where if there's something wrong with somebody, but you can't quite put your finger on it, a lot of times it goes back to core values, or that's not the type of person that is instilling those Keystone habits that you want instilled in the rest of the organization.
Yeah, and I would say that those Keystone habits, along with your core values, are really what make your culture. If the core values are the behaviors that you share, the Keystone habits are the routines that are the glue between those behaviors, right?
Yeah.
They're the things that really keep everything together, and they tell you when you've got the right person, because they're going to take those Keystone habits that you develop and they're going to make them better, or they'll realize the chain reaction that's happening, and they'll help you identify and develop new Keystone habits that need to happen within your organization. And so they really and truly are foundational, right? They're just like core values. They are the bedrock which your business sits on, and that's why they're the Keystone habits.
Absolutely. So a later topic that we're going to do is kind of ways to think about these, or if you're sitting back and watching this and this is great, I think I've got some core values, how do these connect with those Keystone habits that you're talking about? Stay tuned, because we're going to do a separate video on that very, very soon. But for right now, those Keystone habits are important, and just remember, they're tied very closely to those core values. They should determine how everybody in the organization works, how you hire, how you fire, how you play, how you celebrate success. All of those different things are important from a Keystone habit perspective.
Yeah, and remember to forget perfection. It's a fallacy. And oftentimes when developing habits, recognizing and being introspective about the failures in developing those habits is far more important than trying to get things right the first time.
Absolutely. So keep that in mind. And the very last thing we'll leave you with is start with yourself. If there's a habit that you want your people to start doing it yourself. You know, if it's 10 minutes early to every meeting, you better be 15 minutes early to every meeting. You know, if it's learning and teaching, you know, start carving out some time to be able to pass on some knowledge to the staff as a whole. Or, you know, set up a webinar that all you guys can watch as a team. Start with yourself, right? They're going to learn from you. So whatever you do, you know, it's going to slowly either trickle down to the folks that you want in the organization, or it's not, and those might not be the folks you want in your organization.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll get in more to Keystone Habits. I love this topic. Until next time, let us know what your thoughts are. Love to know what kind of some of your habits are, some of the things that you've done to kind of make sure that you're practicing what you preach as far as your core values and those Keystone habits. So let us know. Hit that like, subscribe button if we've earned it. And until next time, thanks, Pat. Peace, peeps.